Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a review and a demo of the new foundation by Makeup Revolution, which is called the Fast Base Stick Foundation. I bought 3 of them right here. They cost £5 each, which is really affordable, as obviously Makeup Revolution is a very affordable drugstore brand. Altogether there are 18 shades which range from cool to warm tones. Now I went by what their website states when I picked my foundation shades. I bought 2 foundation shades and a deeper shade to show how easy it is to use for contouring. So I've got the shade F10, which is described as medium skin tones with a golden undertone. Then I got F12 for medium to dark skin tones with a neutral undertone. And then I bought F14, which is for dark skin tones with a cool undertone. And the reason I got that one is so that I can use it for contouring. So the one that I have used or have found to be the perfect match for me is the shade F10. And for those of you that would like to know, in reference to MAC, I'm an NC40. So let me just read what their claims are. So altogether, like I said, there are 18 shades in a range of undertones, and the Fast Base Foundation quickly perfects contours and highlights your complexion. So obviously you can use lighter shades for highlighting if you choose to do so. I personally prefer to use concealers. And then this easy to apply stick formula melts into the skin, blending seamlessly to leave a fresh and dewy finish. You twist it up, swipe it on, apply it and blend it out with a brush or a beauty blender. Obviously you want to know what are my thoughts of it. I bloody love it. I think it's an excellent foundation. I was genuinely surprised. I didn't think that I would love it as much as I did. I have worn this for a full working day and I think that it looked amazing on my skin. For reference, I've got normal to combination skin, so I tend to get oily on my T-zone area, my nose, my chin and my cheeks. I find this to definitely be a full coverage foundation. It is one of those stick foundations which applies as a full coverage once you blend it out. But obviously you can apply a little bit less if you want less coverage, and then you can build it up. I really like buildable foundations rather than full on in your face forced full coverage. I find it really easy to blend. I find it to be quite emollient as well. It reminds me a little bit of the Hourglass Vanish Seamless Stick Foundation, which costs £40, and this is obviously £5. And I would say it is just as good as that foundation. I do find that one to be a lot more thick and a lot more emollient and more creamy. So this one is similar but less creamy, which I don't actually find that to be a problem, because I find the less creamy a stick foundation is, the less likely it is to shift around and move on your face. It literally covers everything on my face. I had some redness going on. It covered any redness that I have. It covered my beauty spot that I've got right here. Am I the only one, by the way, who seems to grow beauty spots? Because that never used to be there, you know. And I've noticed a new one appeared on my arm. Is it just me? Like, I grow beauty spots. It's a really nice, soft and natural finish to the skin as well. Let me just show you up close firstly before I go into the review a little bit more and then the demo, just to show you what the packaging itself looks like. This is what it looks like. It comes in like a peach casing and it's that kind of plastic. Let's be honest guys, it is £5 and the packaging reflects the fact that it is £5. However, it's more important to me that the product is good. So you open it up and then you twist it out. And this is the shade F10, which is the one that I will be showing you guys today. So that's just what the packaging looks like, just to show you guys as like an FYI sort of thing. Rainbow! It doesn't oxidize on the face, so once the colour is applied, that is the colour that you will see. It doesn't move around on the face throughout the day either. It doesn't emphasize any pores or any texture, and I've got textured skin, I've got large pores as well. Transfers a little bit, but if it's like an accidental brush, like, ooh, whoops, I found that it didn't really come off, only a tiny bit, but enough for me to go like that and for it to come off. So I find that to be pretty good for a stick foundation, because a lot of stick foundations, because they're so creamy, just one little wipe and half of it has come off on your hand. Feels a little bit sticky when you apply it and have just let it set for a minute onto your skin, but bear in mind it is an emollient stick foundation, but that's nothing that powder doesn't sort out. I wore this for a good 14-15 hours and I thought that by the end of that time I thought it still looked absolutely beautiful. Started to get a bit shiny in my T-zone area at about hour 10, but that is after a working day. I've come home, I've eaten my dinner, I've chilled out a bit, and I was happy that it only looked slightly kind of glowy, but it was like a healthy looking glow rather than a sweaty, greasy kind of glow. And then I was able to powder it down slightly so that any extra oils would kind of just disappear. I personally feel that even though it is described as a dewy foundation, I think it will only stay dewy if you don't powder it down, because once I powdered it down, it gave me a really nice natural radiant sort of look to my skin. So that's why I think that if you've got dry skin, I've actually got a bit of eczema going on at the moment, and I found that this did not cling to it. If anything, it kind of moisturized it and just sat nicely with it. So if you've got dry skin, you should be okay. If you're normal to combination skin, you'll be fine as well. Now, I'm sure those of you with oily skin are probably thinking, how does it work for me? Especially because it's described as a dewy foundation. Now, as long as you powder it down and powder it maybe a little bit more than you normally do, I think it will work perfectly fine on oily skins as well. I have, like I said, I've got combination skin. Now, if after hour 10, my skin was starting to show a little bit of shine, I think if you've got oily skin, you'll probably get to about hour 7 or 8, which technically is not that bad. But if you compare it to other stick foundations, I definitely think that this competes really, really well with them. First off, let me just quickly show you on my face what these 3 shades look like, just so that it gives you an idea. Now, like I said, the shade F10 is a perfect match for me. So I'm just going to swipe it down just so that you guys can see. Can see? Now next to it, I'm going to apply F12. I was going to swatch it on my hand, and I thought, let me just do it on my face. And there is F12. And then next to that, I'm going to put F14 just for the sake of it, bearing in mind it is a contour shade for me, so obviously, but I just want you to see it alongside the other ones. So there you go. So you should be able to see that out of all of them, the F10 matches me the best. Because I've got yellow undertones, however, I'm still got a slight beiginess in me, this works well. F12, F14 even, I think will work well if you've got NC42 skin tone. I will definitely keep this for the summer because I think it will definitely suit me well then. And then F14 will work well as a contour shade. Alright, my face is totally red now because I literally just used a tissue just to go like this. Because the cream foundation, it comes off quite easily. And half my moisturizers come off, but that's fine. Okay, so to prime my face, and I would always suggest using a primer, and if you've got oily skin, definitely use a mattifying primer. Today I'm going to be using the Primark Primer Water. So let me just tap that in. The brush I'm going to use is this dirty looking one here. The day you guys see me with a clean brush means that something's gone horribly wrong, because I've always got dirty brushes. To be fair, I've only actually used this once, and it was with this foundation. This is the Morphe M439 Deluxe buffing brush. I find that with any kind of cream foundation, using a buffing thick brush like this works a lot better. It disperses the product a lot more easily as well. So what I'm going to do first is I am going to apply this all over my face as just one layer, just so that you guys can see how much I tend to apply. Bear in mind that I've got redness, I've got discoloration, I've got scarring. I don't have perfect skin, and I personally prefer full coverage. So this is how much I've gone in with, just a bunch of stripes. So I'm just going to blend it all out. Look how easily that blended. Look at that. That was like a couple of seconds. Okay, so that's it. That's one layer. Hopefully you should be able to see I've got a nice kind of dewy sort of glow. I personally don't even like dewy foundations. I find that they emphasize texture quite a bit, but I don't find that with this. Now, I do find that I look a little bit shiny because it is a dewy foundation and it's not been set. Also, because I have got extra marks and things like that, for my own peace of mind, I always tend to apply a little bit more. So I'm going to go in again a little bit here. And just those areas where I need a little bit extra coverage. Now remember, the harder you press with this, the more likely it is to finish a lot quicker as well. And to be honest, it probably will finish a lot quicker because it is a stick foundation, you know. It's a lot more emollient, a lot more creamy, and a little bit goes a really long way. And that's it. Can you see? Looks lovely, matches my neck, and it looks great. Very, very happy with it. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I still need to do the rest of my face, and I'm also going to show you obviously how I contour, but let me do my concealer first. So what we'll do is just because of it's a Makeup Revolution sort of video, so I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealers. And the shades that I use is C10 to conceal and C8 to highlight. And then to set it, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Luxury Powder in the shade Banana. And this is also what I'm going to use to set the foundation as well. You see, it's nearly finished. Look at it. Struggling to get out. You can't say I don't use up all my products, hey? I know some people are like, yeah, YouTubers always show us this and then you never see them using it ever again. Not me. If something's rubbish, I'll tell you it's rubbish, but then you'll never see me use it again. But if I say something's pretty good, I like to be able to back up my claims and say, yeah, I'm going to keep using it. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that for a second. In case you haven't noticed, I haven't done anything to my nose because I'm going to be contouring there, so I've not set it yet. So I was just finishing off my eyes. They're finished now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the contour shade and just show you how I apply that or how it blends. So I'm going to suck my cheekbones in, see where the line is. There we go. I don't tend to do too much around my forehead because I've actually got a very small forehead. Now the only thing is I would say it might be a bit difficult to do it around your nose if you're going to do it precisely. So personally I'm just going to use this Sigma 3D HD Precision brush and just apply it like that, because on your nose you don't want to be too messy. I kind of accidentally, yeah, it's fine, we can fix it. This is why you guys know why I prefer to use powder contours over cream. So for my face, I'm just going to use this fluffy brush I've got by NYX Cosmetics. It's number 5, but I'll link it below. You see how easy that was? Oh my god, that was like seconds. Look at that. Oh wow, I think this is my favourite product for cream contouring, man. You know it's good when you can use a blush brush to blend it out. Now I'm being slightly untidy with my contouring, but I always am, but I'll fix that, don't worry. Now with the nose, let me just fix that a bit, because it's annoying me, that bit there. And I hadn't set it yet anyway, so it's still got this concealer from earlier. Bear in mind, nothing has been set on my face yet other than my under eye concealer. So this is how we look at the moment. We look very overly done, very unnatural, and very slightly drag queeny. Which is fine if that's the look that you're going for, but we're not going for that look today. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set firstly the contour on my face, the cream contour, and I'm going to use this NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette, and I'm going to use this shade right here, and I'm using this Sigma Large Angled Contour F40 brush, which is my favorite brush for contouring. Very, very light. Look, tap, 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 tap. And I'm going to clean this all up before I set my entire face. So the brush I'm going to use is my Morphe M459. It's a contour brush. Totally dropping it all over myself, but that's fine. I don't know why I wear black when I do these videos. It's just stupid. You should see the state of my top. And it's a new top I'm wearing. And can you see how thickly it's applying? It's because the product is cream underneath, and when you apply powder like that it sticks a lot more to the face. And then with the nose, I'm just going to go around the edge. Just so that my nose contour looks a little less harsh. Looks a little bit harsh right now. Okay, so that's that. Now, to finish off the foundation, I'm just going to use this large powder brush by Sigma and the same Makeup Revolution powder. And I'm actually just going to tap it right here, because I need to set now the rest of my face. What it will also do is slightly tone up, blush, brush, fluff, powder. It will also slightly tone down the contour if it's a little bit too severe still for your liking. Okay, so that's it. So what do you guys think? It looks lovely, and now my face feels nice and soft. It doesn't have that tacky feel to it that I got as a result of the foundation. But just remember, the more a foundation you apply, the more creamy it'll get, the more likely it'll come off and quicker as well, and the more likely you'll get more shiny. So less is definitely more. So I'm just going to finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back and finish off my review. Okay, so I'm back. The rest of my makeup is done. On my lips, I'm wearing Colourpop's Mystic Ultra Satin Lip. Finished off everything else, highlight, contour, etc. Well, I already did the contour, you saw that. I'm actually using the Makeup Revolution Rainbow Highlight to highlight my face, because, you know, keeping to that whole Makeup Revolution theme. But everything is done. It feels nice and soft, and it feels nice to touch as well. As long as you make sure you powder it down properly, you should be okay. But like I said, in regards to oily skin tones, just bear in mind that it is classed as a dewy foundation. So take your chance. It depends on how oily you are. People who get really oily very quickly, I would definitely stay away from it. But if you are kind of more on the combination oily side, then definitely give it a go. At the end of the day, you will only lose out £5. It's worth trying, if anything else. So that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.